What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 11 team builder, taking on Gareth and the Hamilton Honchkrows. He's currently sitting outside of the playoff picture and is looking like he may or may not get in. It probably depends a lot on this game, to be honest. So we'll sort of see how this goes for him. If we win, we will lock ourselves into first seed, guaranteeing ourselves our choice of whoever we want in our first quarterfinals, in our quarterfinals match, which is also guaranteed at the moment. We're already clinched. Gear's team consists of Darkrai, which is not allowed to run Z moves or Nasty Plot, Necrozma, Roserade, Druddigon, Slurpuff, Rapidash, Mega Pidgeot, Landorus Therian, Melodic, Passimian, and Registeel. Priority options is just Druddigon with Sucker Punch. Hazard setting, he's got the Necrozma with Rocks, Roserade with Spikes and Toxic Spikes, Druddigon with Stealth Rocks, Slurpuff with Sticky Web, Landorus with Rocks, and Registeel with Rocks. I'm actually not running Removal this week, which could be a gigantic choke, but we'll sort of see if I can play the fast-paced playstyle that I'm looking to play this game or not. And then removal options on his side is Mega Pidgeot with Defog and Lando with Defog, so it's pretty unreliable defoggers on his side anyways, or Pokemon that don't want to run it, or click it, I should say at the very least. And his only 4x weakness is Landorus to Ice, which isn't fantastically covered, honestly. It's like Rapidash, Melodic, Registeel, and Melodic and Registeel can take the Ice hits, but I feel like Bolt Beam is just really effective against this team. It's really effective against most teams, but in particular, this one doesn't really have a T-Bolt resist. It's Druddigon, Roserade, which are both weak to Ice Beam, and Landorus, which is immune, which is 4x weak to Ice Beam. So Bolt Beam, definitely a big priority, and I'll show you that when we get to the Kyurem-Black. So in terms of what I'm expecting versus not expecting, I don't think Slurpuff's coming. Main reason I don't think Slurpuff's coming is because I've got Celesteela. And if it comes, it's got to be like special to break through Celesteela, because physical Belly Drum is not going to be able to break through Celesteela. And I don't think Passimian's coming. And the main reason I don't think Passimian is coming is because Mega Alakazam can outspeed it. A Scarf variant. And actually, I'm going to adjust my speed on the Mega Alakazam when we get later down, or I'll adjust it post recording of the team builder, because I did want to outspeed Scarf. I did want to outspeed Scarf Passimian, and I'm currently outspeeding Darkrai, so I'll fix that when I get to it. But a couple other things here. I'm not sure about the Melodic. It depends how scared he is of the Darmanitan. But Melodic really opens up a door for Superior, which looks like a really big threat to me against his team. He's got a lot of checks to it offensively, but not really defensively. It's like Melodic Registeel, and that's about it. So we'll sort of see how that goes for him. First up on my side is a mixed defensive Celesteela here with Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, Toxic, and Flamethrower. Flamethrower is really only there for the Registeel, so I'm not investing in it very much. Heavy Slam is just really spammable against this team. I've got Toxic there. For the Necrozma, the Melodic, really whatever wants to switch into my Celesteela. And then Leech Seed gets me a ton of recovery back against a lot of this team, so really good there, and I can't miss Leech Seed against the Melodic, which is good. Wigglytuff making its season debut here. Howler coming in with the Frisk, Wish Protect, so I can potentially pass Wishes into the Celesteela as well, which walls a lot of this team, i.e. Lando, Roserade, Druddigon, Necrozma without Heat Wave, for an example, but Celesteela is mainly like a secondary switch into the Mega Pidgeot, a primary switch into the Mega Pidgeot, which is why it's a little bit more heavily specially defensive, and Wish passing into it is very valuable here for me. I am fully Spit F on the Wigglytuff with a little bit of special attack investment and quite a lot of HP investment, but not a ton. This can switch into Darkrai. That's the main purpose of the Wigglytuff, is that it's my Darkrai answer, which is why I have Dazzling Gleam there, and then Fire Blast is coverage for the Registeel. It's probably completely unrelated, but also Roserade can switch into me, and Fire Blast is coverage for that. So that's what that's there for. Piloswine is my physically defensive-ish Mon, which in theory is my Landorus check. It's not my Passimian check. I don't really have a Passimian check, which is why I'm going to have to adjust the Alakazam speed. But Rocks are really important here for chip on the Mega Pidgeot, and if the Rapidash comes, that's really important for me to wall that too. Ice Shard, just to pick off the Pidgeot, the Landorus, the Roserade, the Druddigon. Ice Shard really good here for picking stuff off later. Earthquake, mainly, again, for the Rapidash, but also the Registeel if it wants to switch an Ice Shard for whatever reason. Earthquake, really good there. I'll outspeed the Druddigon, which is solid, unless he's running a little bit of speed for me. which he probably will, but I'm not going to be super fussed about it. And then I've got Roar there as well for like a Rock Polish Landorus or something that could get out of hand, or a Belly Drum Slurpuff, for example. So that's sort of the defensive core here. And I'm sorry, I'm still battling this sickness, so let me just take a second here. I'll grab a drink. Okay, next up is Kyurem-Black. And I'm running an Assault Vest just because I had 4 attacks on here, and I didn't want to run Life Orb or Expert Belt. I didn't really think that I needed Expert Belt. It would secure kills on a lot of stuff if I was Expert Belt, but I think the AV is going to help me a little bit more in terms of me just being able to sit in against like a Roserade or a Pidgeot, specifically a Pidgeot, maybe even a Darkrai, and just sort of hit them in the face. I do think that is going to be super helpful. So I've got Fusion Bolt there to hit the Melodic, which obviously goes through Marvel Scale with Terravolt and will 2-shot it, especially because of max attack. Ice Beam just obliterates everything that's not named Registeel, Melodic, or Rapidash on this team. Just gets obliterated by Ice Beam. Earth Power just demolishes Rapidash and Registeel, and then Iron Head is there in a pinch in case I need to hit the Slurpuff super effectively. There's really no other reason to have another move there. Outside of like Roost, which I obviously cannot be Assault Vest for, but I didn't want to be leftovers. So it's kind of a toss-up of running Iron Head, running Roost, or what I want to go for there. I actually am kind of debating taking off the AV, putting Expert Belt on, and running Roost. Do I need to have this as a switch into Dark? If I think Wigglytuff is a good enough response. Yeah, you know what? I will. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll swap it out to Expert Belt, give ourselves a little bit more power, and we'll be able to run Roost. So I'm outspeeding something with this. I'm outspeeding Lando. So I'll outspeed max speed Lando with this for sure. I definitely take a hit from it unless it's Z-move, but I'll OHKO it if it's Z-move. So if it's Yachi, I'll be able to tank a hit. And I don't think Yachi actually lives Ice Beam anyways, just because of how powerful Kyurem-Black is. And if it's Scarf, I'll live a hit anyways. So good things happening there. Excuse me. Bring Scarf Heracross here, which is outspeeding the Passimian. So I've got my own Scarfer faster than the Scarf Passimian potentially. This breaks through pretty easily, in my opinion. Besides like the Melodic, I think as long as I can pick the right move to lock into, and Landorus isn't around, then Heracross looks pretty solid. Close Combat's going to be able to clean late game without a Slurpuff or a Necrozma around. Mega Horn's going to be able to break through the Necrozma if I need to, knock off, get rid of items everywhere else. And Earthquake is just there as sort of a last-ditch thing. Didn't really need anything else, but potentially Facade is better than Earthquake here. It's just Earthquake offers me another way to break through the Registeel that's unfortunately immune by a lot of his Pokemon, so actually I will change to Facade. Sorry, this is like sick me building, right? So I am Moxie though, rather than Guts, because I can potentially just clean with this at the end of the game. As long as I hit everything, I should say, I can potentially clean with this at the end of the game. And like I said, I'm outspeeding Passimian, max attack, a little bit of HP on there. And then last but not least is the Alakazam, which is currently outspeeding Darkrai, but will be changed to outspeed Scarf Passimian once I'm done this. I don't think I can outspeed Scarf Lando, but I can definitely outspeed Scarf Passimian because I know that Mega Beedrill can outspeed it, and Mega Beedrill is 5 points slower. So just 3 attacks recover. I'm just going with a really offensive Mega Alakazam because I think that it's probably best this week. I'm going with Focus Blast over Shadow Ball so that I have a way to hit the over Dazzling Gleam so that I have a way to hit not only the Darkrai but also the Registeel. I would not be surprised if the Darkrai is Scarf this week. Because I don't think that Scarf Lando is good against me at all with the Celesteela. I'm very much expecting Gravity Landorus, which is going to potentially screw things up with Kyurem-Black. But Gravity Lando makes a lot of sense, so I'm going to have to scout for that at points. We'll sort of see where things go. I think I've got a solid defensive plan against most of his offense, but a Z-move Landorus could definitely get out of hand pretty quickly. I don't have the best ways of dealing with that, but Gravity makes a ton of sense against Rotom Wash plus Celesteela, so that's definitely what I'm expecting primarily. In terms of what I'm not bringing here, Serp has a solid matchup, I think. There's a lot of resists defensively to it, but it can just glare spam the fast things and then go from there. Darmanitan I wanted to bring I think either Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin, Dredigan is coming for it, or Melodic, or both. And the big problem that I was going to find there then is that Dharma was just going to lose me momentum and potentially just get worn down way too much by a Dredigan set like that. Rotom Wash, I didn't really consider in this one. It's actually probably a better Mega Pidgeot answer than what I'm bringing currently, which is Celesteela. But I think Celesteela offers me way too much for the rest of the team than Rotom Wash would, which it kind of just baits out the Roserade, to be honest. Spiritomb, didn't really consider it. It doesn't have a great matchup besides walling the Passimian, which is potentially a reason he wouldn't even bring Passimian in the first place. And then Ursaring has a difficult time breaking through the walls this game. These walls are just a little bit too bulky for Ursaring to be able to get through. Despite being faster than something like Dredigan, it's a little bit risky against like walls that are faster than the Ursaring significantly. In the Necrozma and the Melodic, like they've got a lot of speed, so you have to invest a lot in speed, which I don't really like in this matchup. So that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys for the match against Gareth and the Hamilton Honchkrows. And don't be scared. I will be changing the Alakazam EVs shortly here to reflect that I'm outspeeding Scarf Passimian instead of what I'm currently outspeeding, which is Darkrai.